Hello and welcome to One Way Designs 238. I am Ray, your host. Today, I know this is a different kind of intro than what I'm usually presenting for you guys, but I'm so excited because today I'm taking part of a collaboration entitled the His versus Hers, the Mystery Box collaboration. And I'm partaking in this collab with my good friend Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIYs. Please go check her out. She's an awesome crafter, very talented, and very sweet. So with this particular collaboration, we had to send 5 must-use items from our stashes. No shopping, but what we have in our stashes. And we had to create DIYs that were based off of each other's taste. I'm more of a glam DIYer. She's definitely more of a rustic and farmhouse DIYer. So basically, the items that she sent me, I have to create something that is farmhouse, and the items I sent her, she has to create something that is glam. So I can't wait to get into this box and see exactly what she has sent me. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Definitely can't wait to see what she sent. There we go. And I have not peeped. This is my first time seeing these items along with you guys. All right, so let's push this over to the side. Okay. Yes, I'm loving this hello sign. I did pick up some of these during the holiday season, with the Christmas and during fall season. Love, 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 love these. Actually made a DIY, but I think I definitely can do something with this because I love the print in the back. Definitely something I can use. Let me see. Oh yes, she sent me one of these oval wood shapes. I absolutely love this. I really like it. Definitely got an idea with this too. Let's see. Okay, she sent me the 3D wreath form. This is, of course, from the Dollar Tree. Now, what in the world am I going to make with this? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, she sent me one of these. This is the mason jar silhouette wood plaque. I really like this. She's really making me think, y'all. Really making me think. Oh, how awesome is this? Now, these beads from the Crafter Square section of Dollar Tree, I have not been able to find these in either one of the Dollar Trees in my area. And you know what's so funny? When I go to the Dollar Tree, they know my name. So, yeah, I have not been able to find any of these in any of the Dollar Trees in my area. So I'm quite excited that she sent these to me. Definitely know what I'm going to do with these. Definitely. Let's see. Oh, she sent me one of these microfiber cloths. You know, we use these for faux fur a lot. Because one side looks definitely like a cloth, but the other side looks like faux fur. See, now that's not fair, Brenda. You sent me something that I will use for glam that I have to use for farmhouse. But that's quite all right. We're going to figure something out. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. Oh, and I love this. When these particular ribbons came out, I saw a lot of different crafters using these, but I was never able to get my hands on these. And I'm so glad that she sent these. Thank you, Brenda, for sending this, because I've definitely always wanted some. So now I can definitely use it. Awesome. I love these textures of ribbon. And speaking of ribbon, she sent me some of this really nice gold. Is this the faux leather? Oh, yeah, the faux leather ribbon. I haven't seen any of this either in my area. Oh, yeah, that's what's up. You definitely looked out. Definitely looked out. I'm saving the best for last because she has some items that are wrapped. Oh, yes, and she sent these these wood florals. Yes, I have not, well, let me tell you that. I did see some of these in my local Dollar Tree, but I didn't pick any up. And then when I went back to get some, they were gone. Story of my life, right? Absolutely like these. I definitely know what I'm going to do with these. Definitely. Let's see. Oh, yes, I came across one of these. I can't remember the name of these calendars. But I came across these in the Dollar Tree when I was in there the other day. Because I just recently started back shopping at Dollar Tree because I took a break for our consecration at church. We do a New Year's consecration every year. But I gave up shopping at Dollar Tree, and that was my first time going back a couple of days ago. And I saw one of these. I'm glad I didn't pick it up because she sent me one. How neat is that? Absolutely love it. Gotta find out something to figure out something to use that with too. And of course, oh, look at that. She sent me some goodies. She know I love candies. That's what's up. Thank you so much. And I have a little note attached. And of course, I will read this off of camera. No, you know what? I can read it. She says, Ray, I'm so excited to do this collab with you. I hope we can still be friends after this. God bless. P.S. There's a little bag of goodies for you. Oh, Brenda, trust me, we are still going to be friends after this. That's a definite. All right, we're getting down. Okay, she sent me this calendar that says faith can move mountains. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's got some awesome prints in it. Love, love, love these. All these great different prints. This is a toe stumper, too, because, you know, Farmhouse isn't really all that colorful. Yeah, you got me on this one, too, Brenda. You got me on this one, too. But I'm going to figure it out. I'm definitely going to figure something out with this. Okay, down to my last items that she sent, and these are wrapped. So let's see. Start with the medium one first. I got a feeling these are a doozy. Oh. Okay, she sent me Ninja Chucks. Now that's funny. That's funny. That's all right. She just simply tried to repay me because I sent her some items. She messaged me and she was like, what am I supposed to do with this? This is going to be fun. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm sure it'll be farmhouse chic. Definitely. All right. Let me see. The third one. She wrapped these up good. Okay. She sent me these little ramekins. These plastic ramekins. I love these. And I think, oh yeah, I definitely have an idea with these already. Because I have some of these in my cabinet. Because these were great when I'm cooking and I have all my when I have all my seasonings and my spices mixed up when I'm baking, and I like to use my vanilla extract and whatnot, these definitely work really, really good. So I do have an idea for these in mind. And last but not least, let's see what this could be. Oh boy. Brenda. Really? Okay. I don't know. I don't know, Brenda. Okay. We shall figure something out. We'll figure out something. Definitely we'll figure something out with all of these great items. I'm excited to see everything that we come up with together. Like I said, Brenda is an awesome crafter. She has some of the cutest DIYs and some of the cutest ideas. Very talented crafter. I can't wait to see what we both come up with, especially with this. But we will come up with something great. So like I said, please tune in on next Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Where we will be but we'll be posting our videos on the his versus hers glam versus farmhouse edition. I'm so excited. I just want to say thank you, Brenda, for even considering doing this collaboration with me. It's totally an honor. So you guys stay tuned and let's see what we come up with. So for DIY number 1, I'm starting off with my first must-use item. Now what I've done is simply remove the duster end of the duster, and I'll use that for cleaning later on. But what I'm left with is the handle. So what I have done was I started off using a layer of white chalk paint. However, once it began to dry, I really noticed that it started to crackle and really chip away. So what I did was I just brought in some Mod Podge and I just mixed it in with the paint that I did have left over, as you can see. So once I mixed those two together, then I went ahead and put a nice thick layer of the Mod Podge and paint mixture on my handle. So what I did notice is that with the previous coat of paint on the handle, the Mod Podge reacted and it created the most beautiful crackle effect. And once this was done, the effect was really, really, really nice. So if that's what you're into, that crackle feel and effect, you'll love this. So once I completed this, I just set it aside to continue to dry. So now I'm going to bring in this really nice rug. And with this rug, what I did was I just started off by cutting off either end of the tassels, setting this aside because we will use them. Then after the tassels are removed, I simply flipped it over and removed both of the side hems. This is what I'm left with, a really nice piece of material. So on each end that I removed the tassels from, I just simply frayed these by removing the fibers. This gives me that really nice, classic farmhouse chic feel. Now the fibers, I set these aside because I am going to use these. So now that I have both ends of this material frayed, now I can just simply fold this in half. And then I'm going to bring my hot glue gun in and I'm just going to close up both of the side ends. Now, this is just basically using the no-sew pillow technique. Once those ends have been glued, I just turn this inside out. Now, the sack that I'm left with is really nice and neat. So now I'm going to bring in these Downy Unstoppable packs that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I picked up 4 of them. I'm just going to empty these right into the sack. Now, if you can't tell, yes, I'm going to make this really nice scented pouch. So once I have all of those Downy Unstoppable packets put into my pouch, now I'm going to see how my handle fits. I like the way that it fits. I like the way that it's looking. So I did try to gather it and tie it without using any hot glue, but that did not work. So what I ended up doing was just bringing in some hot glue, putting a nice foundation of it down on the inside of that pouch, putting my handle in. Then I was able to go ahead and gather the pouch back up around the top and tie it off. Now, if you wanted to use this project continually by refilling it with different fragrances, you could stop right here. However, I wanted to show you how you could decorate it. So if you, again, use it multiple times, it's totally up to you. But I'm going to make this into a one and done. So what I'm going to do to decorate this is I'm just simply using the tassel, that I cut off from the ends previously. I'm going to lay down a nice foundation or layer of those. And I'm going to go in and fray the very top of that portion that I cut away, just to bring another dimension of texture. So once that has been frayed, now I'm going to bring in that really nice ribbon that Brenda sent me. I tried to use it sparingly because I wanted to use it for some other things too, because I've not been able to come across that in my area. So what I've done is just simply put down a layer of this ribbon and wrapped it around. Now, once this ribbon has been laid, again, for me, that chic farmhouse look is about layering. So what I have done now, after the ribbon has been layered, I'm going to bring in just some greenery that I had, scrap greenery. You can use eucalyptus, you can use fern, you can use boxwood. The choice is completely yours. So once my greenery is laid down, I'm just going to take that wooden flower that Brenda sent me, and I'm going to glue it on top, and I'm going to call this project completed. You guys, I love this project. You could put this in your car, you could put it in your closet, you could just hang it on your wall, and it's just really nice. It's classy. I love how it turned out. So for project number 2, I am taking this mason jar cutout. I just simply painted this with white chalk paint, then I distressed it with my silver lining chalk paint as well. You all have seen me paint and you have seen me distress before. So now to take this to the next level, to add a little bit more definition, I am taking some of this black chalk paint. And what I have done is I've simply tapped my sponge brush in it and I've just gone around the outline of it. This is going to give it that nice chipped enamel look, which elevates it even more with that farmhouse feel and look. If you guys are coming over from Brenda's channel, I'd like to say welcome to you. I do hope that you will stick around by subscribing, and I hope that you enjoy what you see today. So continue to stick around because we have some more DIYs coming. So now the next part of this project is I have taken this oval piece of wood that I got in my box. I just simply used my antiquing wax, put a layer of that down, and this is what I came out with. I love how the antiquing wax just really brings out that wood grain. So now I'm going to connect the two pieces together. The mason jar that I have just finished painting and this oval piece. Now to connect these two together, what I did was I simply took those tumbling tower blocks. I just simply stacked a few, glued that to the back, and glued that to the actual foundation itself. I don't know where that footage went to. But then once that is standing up, then I went ahead and put that bless this house sign and glued that to the front as well. So now you see I'm just using some of this really nice farmhouse ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I put that around the top. It just adds a really classic touch. Made a really nice bow out of this striped farmhouse ribbon, again from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just arranging some pretty beautiful greenery, and I'll attach my bow to the top and I'm done. But at the end, you're going to see a bonus feature with this that's going to be using those nunchucks that Brenda sent me. So down in the comment section, let me know some of your favorite greeneries. Is it eucalyptus? Is it boxwood? Is it nandina? Is it ivy? Let me know down in the comment section below what your favorite greenery is. So now moving on to our third and final DIY. I have some of this free wood that you saw first from Lowe's. I've cut it all down to even lengths. Then I took 4 of those paint stir sticks and I cut those ends off as well. Now this trash can I have from the Dollar Tree, I just cut both of those ends off using wire snips. Then I'm left with this really nice chicken wire. Once I had the chicken wire, you saw I just simply began to stretch it, straighten it out, roll it in the reverse way, just to make sure that it lays even more flat. So now I'm going to take one piece of my paint stir stick, and I have measured my 2 side ends and also my long horizontal ends. Now what I did was I do use the same measurements with those free pieces of wood that I got from Lowe's. I miter cut all 8 of these pieces. And now once I have miter cut all 4 of those pieces, I'm simply going to put my frames together using hot glue. Now when you are miter cutting, please, please, please take your time, because if you don't, these miter pieces can really come out wonky and you'll find yourself wasting wood. So now once both of my frames have been completed, I'm going to use my smaller frame and I am going to go ahead and trace on the inside of the frame using a little Sharpie marker on top of that chicken wire from the basket. And once I have traced out what I needed, my measurement that is, I'm going to bring in some scissors and I'm just going to cut out maybe about 1/4 of an inch more than from where I measured. Now, you guys, those scissors that I'm using, those are Tim Holtz scissors. When I say those things are the bomb, they are truly the bomb.com. So now that my chicken wire has been cut out, you see I'm just simply attaching the chicken wire to the back of my first frame, which is my smaller frame, with a bit of hot glue, making sure that this is stuck and is in place. Now, guys, I must say, this project came out way cuter than I thought it would. So now that my chicken wire is in place, I'm going to bring in some strong adhesive, put down a good foundation of strong adhesive, and I am using the Clear Group Gorilla Glue. Then I'm going to bring in some hot glue. And once I lay down my hot glue, I'm just going to lay the smaller frame on top of the larger frame. And what this is doing is it is giving us, number one, a nice security for our chicken wire, making sure that no one is getting cut, no one is getting hurt, and you're not seeing the aesthetics of the chicken wire, but also is giving a really nice dimension to this project. So what you see, I just simply stapled the 4 corners, making sure that it wouldn't go anywhere. Now I'm going to bring in this hello sign, and what I did was just simply took my crafting knife and I just gently cut the word hello out, leaving me with this nice frame that has that beautiful background in the bottom. So I'm going to take this, I'm cleaning it up, making sure that everything is nice and smooth. So now to attach this to my frame, I'm going to make sure that this frame is right in the middle of our chicken wire frame that we just created. And I'm going to mark this just again to be sure that it's exactly where I want and need it to be. Once my measurements have been made, I'm just simply going to lay down a nice foundation of hot glue. But to reinforce it, I'm going to use a wooden dowel underneath because there will be a space, but that wooden dowel is really going to bring in some extra security, as you will see. Now, if you'll notice around the top of my frame that I actually made is really nice and wonky. I think, again, this adds to the character of the farmhouse feel. So off camera, what I did was gave this a really nice coat, well, 2 coats of white chalk paint. If it comes out spotty, that's cool because the wood is going to show through and it's just really going to add more character and definition to this project. So once my white chalk paint is dry, I am now coming in with a chippy brush that I cut off because I use it too much. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and dip this chippy brush into my gray paint. And now I'm just simply going over those edges and those corners, making sure to bring out the edges because this is really going to bring out the texture and dimension. So I have this love sign that I had from another piece from the Dollar Tree. I simply removed the bottom, put a little bit of hot glue on it, and I attached this right in the middle of that chicken wire. When I say this, the camera does it no justice. I love how this turned out. So now let's move on to our third must-use item. These little bowls, what I did was I just brought in that gray chalk paint. I simply dry brushed, going over the ridges just to bring out the definition of the bowl. Now this is completely optional. So once I have dry brushed, I am now going to bring in some of that black chalk paint. You can use whatever brand you would like. I'm actually using the chalkboard paint because I really like how that works. So now I'm just going to take a popsicle stick or craft stick. You can still use a paintbrush if you would like. And I'm just going to continue that enamel feel, that chipped enamel feel. And I'm just going to go around the brim of these containers. And then I'm also going to go down the sides, making this look really vintage. So stick around and I'm going to show you all 3 projects. You guys, I must say, these projects came out way better than I thought they would. That pouch, I think that is just classic and chic. Our chicken wire love sign, I'm not really a farmhouse person, but I must say I really love how that turned out. And you see, to complete this, I just simply use greenery and florals just to bring it out. Now those nunchucks, this is where I use them at the base of my first project. I just simply removed the green outer containing shell, wrapped it with some of that trim that I had, just simply put a bead in each end, and voila, I was done. You guys, I hope that you have enjoyed today's video, and I must give a humongous shout out again to my friend Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIYs. Thank you so much for considering to do this collaboration with me. Let me know down in the comment section which one is your favorite. Will you be recreating these? Just let me know. As always, my prayer for you is that you continue to stay blessed and you continue to stay healthy. Until next time, be blessed in Jesus' name. Bye-bye.